Brought to you by Mr. Pros TV, streaming from Tempe, Arizona. And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, Jordan Nielsen here, host of Real Estate Pros on Mr. Pros TV, and today we have a very special guest in our brand new Tempe studio. This is the awesome inauguration episode here in this new set, so we have a kind of a new look or a new option for people to come in, a little bit different, not with the table and stuff. But anyways, thanks for joining me on Real Estate Pros this morning, Ryan. So we got Ryan Hatch, Realty One Group. Still at Steadfast Group,
Steadfast.
Right?
Oh, absolutely. Never going anywhere.
All right. So for those that don't know who you are, we'll give you a moment to introduce yourself.
Yeah. My name's Ryan Hatch. I'm a real estate agent with, like you said, Realty One Group at Steadfast Group. Been with Steadfast now for a little over, I can't even remember how long it's been. It's over a year for sure. Good friend of mine started the Steadfast Group. Hopped on with him. I'd follow him to the ends of the earth, and it's been great. Have a really good time, lots of success with our group.
Who's the OG? Is that Max DeWitt?
The OG. Max DeWitt,
Did he get you out on dirt bikes? We go out dirt biking sometimes.
You guys ride together?
Yeah.
Man, we used to ride a lot. I had a dirt bike and I crashed and sold it because I told my wife I would, but I can take it anytime I want, and we're actually going riding here soon.
Oh, you guys are?
Because he just got that new KTM.
Yeah, see, everybody around me is getting new dirt bikes, and mine just runs like a dog. Like, I always have to be on the gas or it dies, you know?
Well, mine's
so
06.
Waiting for me. They take me on these uncomfortable single track, because I'm usually a pretty conservative rider. But I think last time he said I did pretty good.
Hey, if you get it pretty good for Max, that's great. You actually did a lot better than you think.
He's fast. So
he is. He can boogie.
Awesome. So how long have you been in real estate?
So I've been in real estate I've been a licensed agent for almost 4 years. I'm coming up on my 4th year. I've been in the real estate in one facet or another for a lot longer. I got my start in real estate. My father's a builder. Contractor. My father-in-law is a contractor. My brother-in-law is a contractor. We've got a long line of contractors in our family. I worked with a company doing construction work, R&K Building Supplies. They had a sister installation company. So I kind of got started in that, and I really liked the real estate aspect of the building side. And then spoke with some people, and I noticed that a lot of the people, when I was younger, my buddy's dad had a lot of money, and he was always home, it seemed like, and he always had nice stuff. And one day I asked him, we were on the way to the lake, what do you do? And he's like,
do you work?
I'm in real estate. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what that means. I'm in high school, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. He buys and sells houses. That's cool. And he made great money, and he was always at his kids' games and stuff. And so I was like, that's a really cool avenue. And it kind of was organically brought in, and Max DeWitt who got me started in, and I watched him and his success, and I went, you know what, I want a little piece of that success too, because Arizona's market is incredible.
Yeah.
And it seemed like everybody was, I think when I got my license, there was like 42,000 real estate agents in Arizona, and since it's like doubled. I think it's like around like 80 something. So there's a lot of opportunity here, and it's been, it kind of brought itself up many times, and I didn't really run with it until I saw Max dive in, and I was like, I got to be a part of this.
Yeah. So I've been with Matt, I think, since he started at Treehouse.
Yeah.
We were working on it. I think he was on the Perkinson team. I'm actually back in Perkinson because Treehouse closed their doors.
I was on the Perkinson team. That's where I got my start.
Oh, okay.
That was the first
you know
team
Danny,
I was on. Very well. Yeah, Danny
yeah.
was a big component. I remember going out to eat at lunch with Danny, and I was like, he's on his phone. His phone's blowing up like crazy, and he's like, I was with his cousin Spencer Perkinson, and he's a good friend of mine, and I was like, I thought this was like a meeting for us, and I said, so should I get my license? He goes, get it. And he just kept doing his thing, and I was like, he said, just get your license. Just get licensed up and come work with me. I was like, all right.
He's actually the guy that, because I was at Wells Fargo forever. Danny's the guy that kind of got me out of the corporate environment. I was a little scared, as many people. You kind of trapped, and you kind of get comfortable with your paycheck, and then leaving, it's like, and into uncertainty is pretty challenging, especially when you have kids. So
yes.
So we'll have to have Danny back. Danny's been on the show once, but we'll have him back in here. So I guess talk to us a little bit about what your focuses are in real estate. We know there's so many different avenues or focuses that you can do? What do you guys focus on at the Steadfast Group?
So with Steadfast Group, that's the beauty of that's why I love the Steadfast Group so much, is there's so much opportunity to do whatever you want to do to make you successful. And Max DeWitt, I've known Max. He was my first friend when I moved here from California, and he is so vested, and he's such a he can mold around anything that you want to do, and he's so vested in our success. And so his big thing is whatever you find, whatever niche you get in, let's make you successful at it. And so for me, it was, when I first got started in real estate, I loved helping first-time home buyers, but I really saw myself doing something more on the investment side and getting in. And so I actually work with an investment company right now doing some asset management and helping them. Their major part of their portfolios down here. So that's what's nice about Steadfast, our group over there, is anything you want to do, any opportunity that arises, they push you towards making that opportunity successful. And so I've been able to tap into this investment side. I still do traditional stuff all the time for people, but the lion's share of my work is dealt with this investment company, and it's just been fantastic.
So talk to us a little bit about the Steadfast as a group. Like, how is it operating like a team, or is it just a group of agents that kind of leverage each other and talk and
just a group of
hold
agents,
each other accountable, or
competition, right?
Yeah.
I grew up in a family with 7 kids, 5 boys. Once the food got down on the table, if you didn't grab it, you weren't eating. And so it's that competition. Yeah, we're not an actual team of people like trading off. Like, well, I showed the house, now you write the offer. It's not like that. It's just a group of agents who get together, who are like-minded, hungry to get stuff done, wanting to be successful and then take their real estate to the next level. That's who it is. And there's an energy that's in this team that is just unbelievable. We just met yesterday for just a team group meeting. We do a lot of those as often as possible. And I don't go to a lot of the meetings just because a lot of my time is spent rehabbing the houses that we're trying to sell and all that. But I didn't realize how much our team has grown. And like every time on Facebook, we're seeing like, hey, this new agent's coming over. They're awesome. And it's just the energy that was there yesterday. We were eating at a pizza place, and it was just incredible. Mm-hmm. Just a lot of people, and it was really fun.
So you guys recently transitioned to Realty One Group. Why did you guys make a transition?
It was a better situation for the group to go over to. It made more sense. Shane Dodd, our broker, was from Keller Williams. He switched over to Realty One, and he and Max, our broker, Shane Dodd's just an incredible person. There's not too many brokers that you can call and they answer right away.
Right.
And he's that guy. He answers the phone, and he's the nicest guy in the world. He fits our Steadfast group perfectly. Like, he could be a member of it because he is doing everything to make us successful as well. And you can tell, and you really can, as there's a genuineness, if that's even a word, with Shane, that he's just perfect for our group.
Right. So as a real estate professional, where do you see the market currently here in Phoenix?
So the market's kind of taking a breath. I've been noticing that when I was first licensed, it was almost 4 years ago, there was 42,000 homes on market, something like that. And now it's dropped down. Sometimes it's a little bit below 20. Sometimes it's right above 20. Summers are always tough. People are on vacation. It's 1,000 degrees. No one's wanting to go look. Around this time of year, it tends to slow down a little bit too. I just think we've been on a 9-year bull for the last for 9 years. It's just been an incredible market. Arizona has outdone many other markets. And so for now, the market's taken a little bit of a breath. I don't think there's going to be like a massive crash ever again with how they regulate appraisals and how they have all that kind of stuff going, and lending side's a little different. But yeah, there's just been, it's taken a little breath, but still homes are selling like faster than anywhere else, and there's a lot still happening. Arizona's market's awesome.
So what's your perspective on listing homes at the end of the year? Because it's not necessarily a pet peeve, but it's always like this, right?
Yep.
There's always a slowing November, December for us because we're, directly in real estate. And then in January, we're like slam like twice, all the things that we're going to be listed in November, December get listed in January. Yeah. So where do you stand? Do you usually tell people to hold off till January to list after the holidays, or is it a good time to list now before the holidays?
It all depends on the person.
Yeah.
It's really subjective to the person, because most people, when they're trying to have family over for Thanksgiving dinner, don't want to have to show
Right.
their house and everything. So if they're up for it, especially if it's going to be vacant and they know it's not going to, if there's not going to be anyone coming in and out, like our houses, I just got 4 more houses from my investment company that I have to have ready to sell by the end of the year, or by the end of the month. They're trying to get them sold and on the market. So we're frantically running, but they're all vacant and they're going to probably sit for a little bit. And they know that going into it. Last year, the same time, we sold some houses. We had a house that sat for, I think my average day on market right now for the investment homes that we sell is 12 days before we have a contract. So it's still pretty quick. But right now, it's going to be, and they know going into it, it's going to sit for a little bit. But, as long as we list it right and have all the right stuff done to it as far as upgrades and everything, we typically tend to get people coming in and getting them still, because buyers are always still looking.
Sure, yeah.
They're always still looking. This is the sellers. If you can have it vacant, it's a little easier.
Right. And what's your perspective on marketing? This is one thing that I noticed about you, because I met you at a property.
My clients loved the aerial footage.
Yeah,
they loved it.
So it was like video, but at the end of the day, it was a piece of dirt, right?
Right.
So putting, there's plenty of agents that see value in, I'm just going to drive by. It's a vacant lot. I'm just going to take random pictures. You kind of took it up a notch. You're like,
Right.
I want to, have the potential buyers see the area, kind of get a feel for what they're going to be getting. What I guess, how does marketing even a piece of land in that way help your sellers?
So the main thing that I want to make sure that I do is make sure that my clients are getting the best of everything. And Lister Pros has been the best of everything. I mean, there's not a better company out there for listing stuff and getting footage. And I mean, even the stuff that you did was far, I couldn't even imagine, like it was 10 times better than I was even thinking. And so that value added, sense of they're getting their money's worth when they list with you. If you just take pictures of it. I mean, you look at what's for sale in the area, and a guy just takes a picture of the front of the building or the front of the land, and then a couple shoddy cell phone pictures. He's not giving his clients the best possible chance to get their house sold. And you have to, in this industry with so many agents and so many things going on, you have to distance yourself in some way. And marketing is that way. I got my degree from ASU in marketing. My wife was the marketing manager at the director of marketing at her. She worked at a brokerage, so she was doing that. So marketing's kind of the only thing that you can distance yourself from other agents. And so you just always want to make sure that your clients feel like, wow, my agent went above and beyond. I was just expecting him to take a picture of the dirt and throw a sign up and just wait for it to sell. But look at what he made. I mean, and they think it was me, but at the end of the day, it wasn't me. I was just tapping into my best resource. And I think that's a lot of it too, is just finding the best possible resource you can. And it was incredible. They still love it. And we can share it. We can show it. I mean, with social media the way it is and how everybody's been using that as a platform to do things. And that if something's so simple that they can share it, we've had calls and stuff on it. It's been great.
Sure. And so talk to it. Like you mentioned earlier, there was 42,000 agents when you got into the business. Now that number is probably around double that. What makes you different than all the other agents in the Phoenix area?
So you look at,
or why do people hire you?
Yeah. So a lot of my real estate referrals and success come from I just keep it as simple as possible. And my sphere of influence, I know Andy Augustiniak over at Prime Lending's huge on that, and he's been an integral part of our team as well at Steadfast, tapping into our sphere and reaching out to people that we know and telling everyone what we do. And so that's kind of been what I've tried doing is get that low-hanging fruit, because it's just there with all of the family members and friends. I mean, I sat down the other day and I started writing down a sphere of people, because I haven't really done it. I just kind of know,
Yeah.
But I started writing it down, and I'm like, I have so many opportunities here that I can call these people, text them, just say, hey, how you doing? And letting everybody know what I do, and just having a passion about it. That's what's got to set you aside from everybody else. When they ask I bring up what I do. Bryson Taggart on our team, I have to shout out to Bryson Taggart, because he is the man at just saying who he is. And and it's not in a way that's like, well, I sell real estate. It's like, I love my job. And I've noticed that, and I've listened to stories. That's why I like our team group meetings, because we kind of have little rap sessions and stuff. And even like having meals with Andy at Prime Lending, he'll take out people out to lunch. We'll go out to lunch together. And just hearing some of the stories that Bryson comes up with, I'm like, I want to be this guy when I grow up. You know, like he says that about me, but he's just probably joking. But just the way that he exudes, this is my job and I'm passionate about it. You have to be that way. And that's me in a nutshell. I love my job. I love helping first-time home buyers, people relocating. I've always wanted to be a well-rounded agent that does not only traditional buy and sell, but if you're an investor and you want to do some investment stuff, I know how to help you. If you want to buy land and build multifamily projects, I got you. I know I've done all this stuff, and that's been part of the success I've had with this other company is I've been put in uncomfortable situations where I have to learn how to do all that, and they've been awesome at guiding me through it. So it's been great.
So if there's an investor watching or a buyer or a seller in the Phoenix area, how do people get a hold of you if they want to reach out?
Yeah, give me a call. My phone number, 480-236-6483. You can reach me at my email. I think they're going to put that up.
Yeah.
I would just call me and let's talk. We'll go out, grab some food, and we can just have a simple conversation. And really that's all it is people. I think people overthink the investment side of it. They think it's impossible. Even people buying for the first time.
Right.
I've helped some people buy in the last little bit who reached out to me for rentals. And if Andy's watching, he'll laugh right now because I send him everybody. Even if they don't know, even if they're terrible, I send them over there because there may be that chance that they buy and are able to purchase. And a couple of the people said, I just want to buy, I just want to rent something for the next little bit. And when I show them the process of, it's a lot easier than you think to just purchase and you can own it. And they had no idea, and they're looking at homes for the first time. They're putting in offers, and they're like, I had no idea I could even buy. So just being able to introduce people to that, it's awesome.
Yeah, that's an awesome experience. And, obviously with Prime Lending and Andrew, there's a lot of different options. I think a lot of first-time home buyers especially don't understand how easy it can be.
Oh,
obviously,
yeah.
It's not always going to be cakewalk. You may need a little bit of credit coaching or there's plenty of programs for down payment assistance if you do need that.
And Andy's the king of those. He knows every single one. He's very good at getting your clients taken care of, 100%.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy
Absolutely.
day, Ryan, joining me on
you.
Real Estate Pros. And we will see you guys on the next episode.